Standing bare feet on this holy ground of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo sanctuary, I am in awe at the marvel of the Mahalet, a sun-dipped, warm melodic introduction to the divine liturgy during the celebration of Christ's birth, Genna. Beginning 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve, the Mahalet is a joyous prelude to the midnight divine liturgy, making Christmas feel as heavenly as the very first night, where we witnessed the fulfillment of a miraculous prophecy, where the garments of the priests and deacons resemble that of the three wise men as they walk around reciting prayers in a language spoken at the time. The white netalas of the congregation acting as a canvas for the warm colors of the melody, as if someone was standing with a paint made of pure gold and slowly spraying it on the white netalas covering the heads of the ladies and the shoulders of the men, and everyone's bare feet, for behold, the ground you stand on is holy. Two men sit on the holy ground, each with a drum, while everyone else stands, anticipating a cue from the lead, the one with the best melody, to lead each of their hands and each of their throats in a 6-hour melodical chant. Behold, the Mahalet engulfed the crowd. The women also stand, but theirs is a hidden praise, covering not only their heads but their mouths with their netala, so that their praise is solely visible to Alpha and Omega, something like Matthew 6:6, drawn on a canvas 6 by 6. The Miltan portion of the Mahalet begins with a simply complex chant, a colorful a cappella, between the lead and the echoer, in this case the priest and deacon respectively. Deacon in front, priest in the back, yet it's the priest's melody that dominates and the deacon echoes back, like an eager son apprenticing his dad. I stand in awe at the seamless transition, as if there was no generational gap. Pass the baton, keep Tewahedo alive, learn to properly praise God. The deacon's echo of the Menkere Sabhata Lidetu is a sign for the rest of the church fathers and deacons to join in the praise, with a beautiful choreography involving the long Tau cross, or the makwamya. They sway their makwamya side to side, harmoniously and full of grace. They all sing, their bodies covered with their netalas, for all are equal before God.
The weak Assis commands the makwamya, the long tall cross typically used as a handrest, up, then down, left, to right, to left, to right, forward, to right, then up, then drop, then rise. My young eyes stare blindly, hungering for wiser tears to quench my spiritual ice, and observe the wake as he handles the mekwamya, giving it more work than it thought it could handle. Who would have guessed a hand rest would be this blessed enough to create such complex choreography to praise the Almighty?
I was here 1 minute, the next minute in heaven. I see the angels, I see the priests of heaven singing, holy, 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 without a pause, the praise sustaining their well-being. I am numb to the coldness of the room until a quick breeze comes in through the crack of the window, bringing me back from transcendence, and I continue to marvel the beauty of the Mahalit. The melody slows down again, right when I think it's about to speed up, and we're back to the chant duet between the priest and deacon. Deacon in front, priest in the back, yet it's the priest's voice that dominates, and the deacon echoes back. After the deacon's echo, they all raise their long tau crosses up and sing harmoniously, gracefully, and humbled before God. As the lead priest leads the men in a unique choreography of the long tau cross, the deacons watch the priest attentively with their young eyes and try to imitate his years of experience, for only the best offerings will do before God. And as the deacon starts to pass out the sistrums, you can hear the bell sound slowly fill the room to accompany the angelic voices of these men in white. As soon as he hears Aman Ba'amanin, one of the men hurries towards the drums. This is a cue that the chant is progressing so that it is no longer a mere a cappella, but instead a song to be accompanied by instruments of the Old Testament. The drums stop beating so that only the angelic voices of the men and the serene sounds of the sistrums remain. Though beautiful on their own, the sistrums and angelic voices of the men light up brighter once the drums quietly re-enter, like the prodigal son who had once left his father's house, but who comes back unannounced, so confident in his father's love that he feels no need to inform anyone of his return, for he knows he is forever welcome. Because of the re-entrance of the son, the beat accelerates. The drums are no longer on the floor, but rather on the backs of two men, securely placed with a leather strap, which passes through one shoulder and through the back, so that one hand naturally hits the lower circle of the drum, creating a softer sound, while the upper side yields a louder sound. The beat of the drums are like museums to remind me that Christianity entered Africa way before colonization, and God can be a witness to that, for he is present with happy ears as he hears qasis and the deacons sing praises in Ge'ez, a language with textures that sound and feel like Aramaic, so that as he hears this language feel so similar to that which he spoke, his heart sways as the melody of the Mahalit rises up and down, the sistrums accompanying it like angels accompany him in his heavenly throne. I wish I was like Saint Yared, able to translate such mesmerizing music into words that can draw the heaven my eyes blindly see, standing in the middle of the night, yet eyes hooked on to the priests and deacons, sometimes forgetting to blink for a fear that this cannot be reality. My cerebrum knows of no similes, no poetic metaphors, no connotations of worldly experiences. To portray his peace, overcome my worries, all unnecessary. When I hear the voice of qasis during the procession of this holy Mahalit, I am awakened spiritually. What worry shall prevent me from giving praise to the Almighty? So I too stand, and maqamya at hand, netala wrapped around my head, meditating in this melody, in search of the deepest place in my heart where his peace resides and comforts me. As I try to find my peace of mind, the priest gives praises to him who holds my peace in his hands. He walks around chanting prayers and Ge'ez, gracefully swaying the chambers of the frankincense, until the smell fills the Beta Christian as if the three wise men were paying us a visit. And with this beautiful introduction, the Divine Liturgy begins.